The day I was wounded, I was leading a foot patrol with a minesweeper device. So as we were walking through, I took my first step in, I stepped on a pressure plate with my left foot. I remember getting put on the bird, and I remember getting the calf and them telling me what was going on and my injuries, and then they told me they were going to put me under to go to surgeries.
I was actually notified by Brett's mother. As soon as we got home, we were told that he was injured, and we weren't sure at that time if he was still alive or not. So we had no clue about his injuries or anything at that time.
The day after I got stateside, I think it was that morning, I realized that my mom was there at the time, and other family members were en route. Some got there the very next day.
Actually, the first time I had seen him was right after a surgery. I told myself before I saw him that I was going to try to be strong and not cry or anything, so I didn't cry. I just gave him a kiss on the forehead, and then as soon as I left the room, I just let it all out, and I was really upset.
I got fitted for legs probably about 2 weeks after I got released from the hospital. He asked if I wanted to stand up, and so I stood up and took a few steps just in between some bars and stuff like that until we got everything fitting pretty good.
He still had problems with his arms and stuff, but he still went ahead and started working on walking, and he really surprised all of us.
The apartment in San Antonio that we stay in now, it's pretty small, but it was the best we could find that was on first floor and everything like that. It's not really handicap accessible, so. And I don't know, I kind of have to shimmy my way through the doors, which is pretty difficult, and especially from the dining room to get through the kitchen. It's like an open walkway, but it's still pretty rough to get through. And then if I want a drink or something, I have to call her to come get a cup down just so I can get in the fridge, because I can't reach anything above the stove or anything like that if I'm in my wheelchair. The bathroom's pretty difficult. The sink's really difficult to move because it's like as soon as you open the bathroom door, the sink's sitting right in front of you. So I have to turn my wheelchair sideways. Especially shaving or something, I have to grab a towel and a cup of water because I can't reach the sink and look at the mirror. And when I turn from the sink, I'm facing our shower. And it's like a stand-up shower, and there's probably an 8-inch block in between. So I have to stop my wheelchair in front of it and put one hand on my wheelchair and then one hand in the shower and kind of get myself over, which is pretty dangerous, especially if the shower's wet.
I just want to be there to be just in case, just in case something happens. Like when he's getting in the shower, there is that big gap, and he kind of has to leap in there. And especially when he's getting out, if it's slippery, he could grab something and just slip right off. And so I'm always paying attention to what he's doing and trying not to get too overbearing on him, but just to make sure that I'm there to help in case he needs it.
The new home from Homes for Our Troops is, the layout's perfect. The open floor plans and the wider hallways and wider doorways and the cabinets that pull down, the stove and microwave and refrigerator all being lowered to the ground, and all the cabinets and everything like that. It's going to be so awesome just to feel independent again.
After seeing what Homes for Our Troops has to offer and how easy it's going to make it for him, I can just see our lives being happier. We'll be happier together, happier in general, and be ready to take on new things and get out and do more.
But moving into this house for Homes for Our Troops is going to be incredible. Like I said earlier, the sense of freedom, just to be able to go shower when I want, or to get something from the kitchen if I want it, is going to be really nice.
I would like to say thank you to anybody who does support this organization, because if there's one thing in our lives that we would need help with, or something that could change our lives for the better, it would be to live in a home that we're comfortable in, and for him to be comfortable in and not be dependent on everybody else, and he can do everything by himself, and that means a lot to be able to have this opportunity.